Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab. The sun is coming up now, so it's the wee hours, but it's early. We good. Doing what I do for you. Oh, I got a nice one for you today, I hope. But I always say, but yeah, let's do what we do. Realism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. Message is story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I hope it's working out for you. The numbers looking good. Let's do what we do. Right Thinkers mission, that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinkers way of life through a mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual life, aka know thyself. That's my mission, to give you all the information you need to do just that. If you pay attention and tune in, you do just that. Trust me. Once you implement it, it'll do the same thing for you as it do for me. Get to know who you are. Let's go. The question, do you know you? It's rhetorical. If you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. So let's do this. Know thyself is the goal for all right thinkers. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not, foolish, disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them from the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right there can know thyself. And to my app, be true. Today, I'm taking it back to one of my old books, meditation concepts. It's called The Glorious Light of Meditation. And what I'm doing from here is something I thought y'all liked the last go around, so I got another line of definition. It's the glorious light meditation. But we're gonna do the glossary, aka definition of words. As a teacher, my goal is to have you understand the words that you're hearing. Don't just think you know or hope you know, but sometimes it's good to just go a little briefing. That's what the glossary is for, to bring you up on certain words about the book. I'm not reading from the book, but I'm taking some lessons from the book that you already done. But this is about glossary. Let's talk about that right quick. What's the definition? What's the glossary? Glad you asked. I got that written down, so I'm gonna do that my lesson. Then I'm gonna get to the lesson, okay? But right now, let's talk about the definition of glossary. The purpose, and you have examples, you got videos, and lessons or transcripts to give a lesson, to make your point. The glossary is a list of terms in a special subject, field, or area of usage which accompany definitions. We're talking comedic concepts. I'm gonna give you some commission definitions of words that you may have heard and not know the definition to. So that's what this is all about. Now, you found such a list at the web, back of the book. Get the back. All right. Now I did a whole lot of work on my glossary definition, but yeah, it says you find it at the back of the book. It will what? Explain or define sometimes difficult or some unusual words and expressing that that's been used during the said text. If you've been following me, you know certain use I use Imhotep. You might have heard me use Amenhotep, Bennu, but these are all the words that you may have heard, didn't know the definition for. So I'm gonna break it down for you. Okay? Hope you enjoy it. What is a glossary? What's it for? It's a special section where in the back of the book that what provides definitions for complicated words. So in other words, it's formatted like a what? Like a dictionary, so to speak. Yeah. With what? The keywords explained alphabetically. I'm starting with the A, I'm gonna end up, I think, in V. But the definitions are written in plain English. So I'm gonna break it down for you. You know how I do. What's the main purpose of the glossary? Answer that question. Then we get to the lesson. This is the purpose. The purpose of a glossary is to provide definition for words or phrases that may be unfamiliar to the reader or that have a specialized or technical meaning within the text, said text, or the document of lesson that's being taught. I teach commission concepts. I use commission vernacular. So I'm going to break down some of the words that the book breaks down for you. Remember, the same author, Walter Ashby, my man. So let's go. Hope you enjoy the lesson. Now, starting out again with the A's. I am Hotep. It's spelled this way, Aiemhetep. Now, when I say Imhotep, when I say Hotep, I spell it with the He. A lot of people spell it with the Ho. The E being long, Ho. Okay, Ho sound like H, but this really that long E. Okay, so I spell it that way. And again, it's spelled I am Hotep, or the Greeks call him Asclepius. Okay, which is celebrated physician. Imhotep was considered the multi-genius builder of pyramids, the architect of the pyramids. Watch this. But he's a celebrated physician of Memphite theology, builder of the first pyramid, deified as a god of what? Medicine and surgery. The same instruments that he used to extract cataracts, they used this very same day. A doctor went there and saw all the tools that he used, and she said she never was told about him. Asclepius, she know about him. The Greeks tell you about him, don't tell you about Imhotep. So this is what I'm trying to show you. We need to have our education of our people. It ain't a black thing, it's just our thing. We are black people. So you want to call it what you want. I'm just bringing it to you. Now it's a spot called Aminta. Amen is the hidden one. Aminet is his other half. She's the realm in which you go to, and it's called Aminta, the underworld, where what? Where souls who have passed on from what? The earthly plane transverses and what is judged as to their virtue, aka how they lived. Mayat is the criteria in which you have lived. If you live Mayat, your heart is purified, you're a good person, and that will show in your heart. It will be light as a feather. That's where the concept originated. That's where it still is. Everybody use the same concept. Say it any way you want. It's the same concept. I'm in it. Excuse me. Amiut. The U is spelled like a U, like the double O. So it's Amut. He's the dweller. Watch this. Of the embalmment chamber, a title of, you know who that is? Anubis, aka Ampu, aka Anubis. So we can get down here. They ain't even got his name in here. So Anubis is the embalmer. Anubis is Osir and Nephthys' son. He's the offspring when you mix together spirit and nature. He's discernment. So your discernment that's in your character, we call them Anubis. We gave you an identity for every aspect of your character. That's the beauty part of knowing thyself. You know every aspect of yourself. They lay it out there for you. All you got to do, if you master this, you mastered yourself. Hence, master teacher. I mastered this, so now I teach it, and you can master it by learning, and then you can do the same thing. You got another word here, Apiabu. That's the counter of hearts. A name again, another name for Anubis. Anytime you're in the afterlife, in the underworld, Anubis is in charge. He watches the scales, make sure you get a fair shake. He's gonna take you whichever direction you gotta go to. That's his job. Okay, he's the epitome of I'm just doing my job. Okay, sound like my man Cat. I'm just telling the truth. That's what I do. Where it falls and how you feel, I don't care. It's my job. My job is to take you to where you're supposed to go. That's Anubis. That should be your character. I don't care who you are. I'm gonna observe you, and I can use my discernment to whether you're good or bad. Simple as that. I see a lot of liars. I don't call them out, but I see a lot of them. And other people, when they start recognizing it, they'll say it too. And if I got to tell you about you, I'm going to tell the truth. Remember, I carry the box gun. I keep my lock loaded. Don't leave home without it. I see Cat don't either. That man. Okay, you got the Bennu. The Bennu bird for us is equivalent to y'all Phoenix. He what? The Phoenix, who upon incarnate like the Phoenix, he what? Incarnates rises renewed from his ashes. So we got our own concept again. They took that too. Sometimes I feel like Little Richard. They took everything. Let's move on. Then you got what's this? The Father, Mother, Creator God, male or female. Ah, even in creation, after Ra brought in Shu, which is air, and Tough Newt, the water, everything came into pairs. That's what he's standing on Maya. She represents order, the distance from the sun, the distance, the gravity, atmosphere. All that stuff is done by Maya. Why? She understands order and reciprocity. It's a constant flow this way, in and out, in and out. Okay, it's the 8 laid down sideways. Okay, stand up, you get the figure 8. Okay, another lesson. But right now, let's talk about the Father, Mother, God. Newt and Ged, perfect example. I just gave a lesson. So yeah, watch this. The Father, Mother, God, the originator, maker of all things, the one who called by many names and what many religions. Again, he already knew he would be seen and recognized by many names. And watch this, as the only one, the essence of everything, the Great Spirit is he and she. They both occupy the same space as one. After that, we got pairs. Let's talk about everybody talk about demons. Let's see what they say about demons. Administrators of what? Gods who carry out duties. That's nature, as far as I'm concerned. Watch this. In the lower spheres of existence. The duty of the demons is to what? To give requital through what? Good or bad activity. Since a demon's job is what? Activity on behalf of God. It just functions. Again, I just gave the definition of nature. It don't have no conscience. It don't think. It just do. That's what nature is. We was given conscience. So even the animals aren't conscious. Just understand. So demons are that spirit that mostly the ego. Okay, as simple as that. Moving on. And like I said, the ego, if controlled, will serve you for the good. Ego, uncontrolled, unmanaged. Oh, raw problems. Okay. Now, face. Face is unmanifest, true divine essence of the being achieved through spiritual growth. If you're happy, you know it. Want your face show it. If you're depressed and unhappy, want your face show it. So it go both ways. It don't split hairs. It is what it is. Either this or that. You can't have both. Okay, you can't look happy and be sad, or be sad and look happy. It don't work that way. Okay, harmony means two things working together for the one common good. Okay, that's why the spirit that's in the physical body, the conscious, have to connect with the heart. When you feel and understand and think, now you are working as one singular. But you got confusion because lack of knowledge, lack of understanding, or concern to want to do. So you're gonna be led by your ego self. The heart gonna do what it does. It ain't gonna not do what it does. But this is what controls the physical body. And they keep telling you the spirit gonna reincarnate every time. Why? Until they get it right. You wake it up, doom, 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 doom. It knows. It knows automatically. When it's done right, it goes home. If not, it stays here. So it's a concept. Moving on. Gnosis is spelled Gnosis. My definition of gnosis is to know. See what theirs is. Gnosis, experiential knowledge. First of all, the best teacher is what? Experience. So gnosis is experiential knowledge. That means you have experienced it. Who? Of the what? The transcendent, aka divine. See known below. But what they said, gnosis means you know God. I'm freaking out right now, right there, because we are gnosis beings, not believers. No, we don't do belief system. We do a gnosis. Why? It's ways to know God. That's why. Excuse me. Yes, you can believe all you want. And even in your religious concept, there's 3 phases: listening, reflecting, and meditating. And the third part that y'all don't do is supposed to be the mystical experience. That's how you get to God, through meditation. My pastor just gave a lesson. Still yourself. All the distraction, you can't hear God. How is that? Nobody can hear God. I talk to God every day. Oh, I'm crazy. Really? But you can't hear the voice of God. But yet, I'm doing just fine. you struggling and trying